What's going on, YouTube? It's Tuesday. You know what that means. Yesterday was Monday Night Raw, and we're here to talk about it. Good,
Good
man.
show last night. Good show.
Hell yeah. You weren't here you weren't able to make it for the SmackDown review. I went ahead and did it, but you have any thoughts about last week's SmackDown you want to throw out real quick before we start Raw?
Um, no, not really. It was a decent show. I didn't think I catch the whole thing of it last week, so kind of lagging in my brain here what went down. But I know Cody showed out. I liked it. I liked that
Cody
aspect
put
of
some
it.
sauce on that Crossroads.
Yeah, sure did. So it got me looking forward to Monday Night Raw. To be honest, I wanted to see what John Cena had to say.
So, all right. Um, So it's the first televised WWE event of all time in Brussels. Kind of a big deal. And the crowd showed up for it. They were
Yes,
loud as
they did.
hell. Honestly, the crowd is what kept me into the show, in my opinion. I'll explain why as we go. Um, we start off backstage like we usually do. We see Finn Balor, the Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker, Bianca Belair, Women's Champion Io Sky, with Dakota Kai. And then they just go right into recapping what happened at the Elimination Chamber again, which we all know what happened. Um, uh, John Cena was the first one to come out. I thought they would save this to the end, but we're starting off with a bang. John Cena makes his entrance, walking down to the ring with a serious look on his face. He doesn't throw the towel like usually he does out in the crowd. He doesn't try to even shake anybody's hand. He's got a full on serious look on. Um, the crowd once again with the trumpets and his theme song started going, John Cena sucks. That was good to hear again. I thought that was funny. Um, Cena gets in the ring, crowd's going, go John Cena, and Cena sucks back and forth. Teases that he's just going to walk out a couple times. Finally, he grabs the mic, says, when somebody is properly grounded in life, they should have to look outside themselves for approval, or they shouldn't have to look outside for themselves for approval. Very quiet. I thought he was going to talk the whole time that way. I'm glad he didn't. Um, he said, Cena says that all the fans are making it easy for him. That 25 years he was a victim. He's trying to say he was a victim of an abusive relationship. Told fans that they lost their time to talk. They kept going. Uh, some expletive chants getting pulled that I think
That was
Netflix was
awesome.
trying to censor, but they weren't. They weren't doing it good.
It's actually WWE that does the century.
Is it WWE?
Yep.
Either way,
They
though. Well, either way, you know.
yep.
So, I guess they're selecting certain parts. Then I guess they're selecting like if it's called for it, they'll let it slide now.
Yep. They're still trying to make it,
Family friendly, yeah,
family friendly
yeah, which
with
is
the
fair.
occasional,
Which is fair.
yeah,
Um,
save the jaw dropping moments to the
mm-hmm.
PLEs.
Yep. Um, uh, um, Cena says that we, the fans, are hurtful. We make him to be a puppet. Um, while expecting to do it with a smile. He says no more of that. Says he ain't a baby. Says he's not a heel. He's just a human being. Says that we've been awful to him for over 20 years. If it wasn't for the fans, he wouldn't be there. Anyway, uh, he's saying that he never changed. Basically, saying he never changed himself. He changed him. He The only time he changed himself from himself is the past 20 years to make us happy. Um, Cena said that he worked hard, started to win and win and win, and we kept, you know, started booing him, which is, I mean, he's not wrong. Uh, that he spent 10 years of his life giving everything he could, and it wasn't enough. The fans chanted, and the fans chanted, for him to shut the F up. Uh, Cena said that in his final moments, the only thing he can do is walk away. The fans cheered this a lot. Cena said that's a great example because the fans cheered that. Cena said that he said one last time he tried to say goodbye the right way by telling us when he was done. Cena complained that it was never enough. The fans chanted, "Nah, nah, nah, hey, hey, goodbye." That was pretty funny. Um, he said that once again, the fans chanting were proving his point that no matter what he does, it's never enough. I think that dude just listened to that song Five Finger Death Punch too much or something. Cena said he put his values on the line because of the fans, and he said his fans kept wondering, what do we get? Basically, he did all this stuff, and we just kept going, what do we get? Basically, he said that we don't get nothing. We don't get no new attire like people were thinking. We don't get no new song like we were thinking. Everything, so we don't get a thing. Um, says that we constantly ask that instead of asking how he feels. Um, Listen, Cena, if you're at my house, I would ask, but not. So how am I? uh, and then Cena said that you can look in the mirror and see how awful you have been to him, or how often we've been to him for 25 years. At that point, everybody was chanting, "We want Cody." Cody. Uh, he called Cody the brand new toy. Thought that was pretty good. Uh, Cena started pointing out the hypocritical fans with his merchandise. Um, says that we claim to support him, but what have we done to support him? I think buying your merch and making you money is support enough. You know what I mean? In my opinion. Uh, Cena said all we ever do is steal from him, like his personal moments, and we steal his time. He's apparently not happy with the "you can't see me" jokes, the invisible person jokes. He's sick of them. Cena said he is the definition of never give up and perseverance, and every person here knows it. Cena said that you use him as an excuse for our pathetic lives. Cena said all we do is sit on our ass and watch Cena be great, and that we're all toxic, dysfunctional relationship. And then once again, the crowd started chanting to shut the F up. Then Cena just straight up says it, and I can't believe it, man. Now I understand how Ross felt in Friends back in the 90s. He broke up with us. Can you believe it?
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Cena claimed that there's nothing we can do because we know he is right and we know that we are wrong. Then Cody Rhodes appears. Before we get any further, that's already a lot as it is. What do you think up to this point before Cody comes in?
Wow. That's a lot to unpack, brother.
I
Uh,
know, dude. I
if-
did not
if-
expect
if-
this right off the bat. It was a half hour of full Cena and Cody shit.
yeah.
Like, damn.
Well, that was on purpose. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I have a lot to say about Cody punk ass Rhodes. I got a lot to say. So
Damn.
John Cena comes out and very uncomfortable for me. I did not like it. I was like, man, this is uncomfortable.
Because we're not
He
used to
walks
it.
out. He walks out. He's looking around. All the people, hands out. He's disgusted. Just walks by, gets in the ring, and he starts it off very uncomfortable for me. Very him dissing the crowd, and just it did not make sense. at first. Like it just wasn't like uncomfortable. Then he started cooking. Then he started. What really got to me was he wasn't wrong. He 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 was basically pointing out all the marks out there, including myself, who loved him and then I hated him. I was done, and and hey, I'm like, man, now you got me hating you. Like by the end of that promo, oh, I couldn't wait for Cody Rhodes' music to hit. Whew, I had goosebumps. I was like, Cody to the rescue. Yeah. Come on, Cody Rhodes. By the time he was done, by the time he broke up with us, I was ready for Cody to come out there and take the reins, man. Take the old uh brass ring that old Vinnie Mac used to say. Grab that brass ring and just take it down, Like I was ready for that moment. And we'll get to that
Get to
if
that.
I think he if I think he got that moment or not. But John Cena is the greatest of all time. That promo right there, from start to finish, proves it.
Yep.
He had us in the ball of his hand the entire time. He comes out and makes it uncomfortable. And then slowly but surely the heel turn in full effect. Hook, line, and sinker. Loved it. Loved it. John Cena, 10 out of 10. Dude is the GOAT. Greatest of all time.
He I really thought it was smart for them to there was at one point where he was talking about the kid, basically talking about the kids, right? That
Mhm.
he's inspired, and like he's calling them hypocrites, and all this stuff, and it pans to a kid that's like, just like, what did I do?
Yep.
I'm just here.
Yep. Yep. No, he
Like
has you.
that was perfect camera. I'm like, that's because people said that. What about the kids? How the kids gonna be? Well, now you saw how probably a lot of them were like.
Yep.
So, but anyway, he's talking about Cody. So
That's
Cody, of course, comes out. Wait,
that's one of his best. That's one of John Cena's best segments of his career.
yeah,
Yeah, he got a half an hour to do it,
yeah,
but I mean, we'll get to that.
yeah.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to
I'll
that.
tell you why he had a half hour to do it.
We get to that. So he's talking about Cody Rhodes. So obviously Cody Rhodes comes out. Cody comes said that the fans may have given you your worst, but they have given you their best for 25 years, and they did that because Cena was special. He said that Cena Cody said that they did it because Cena could take it and he could carry it. Do you think that's like a thing? Like people give certain wrestlers shit because they know that they can handle it, or do you think it's just because like
Well, with that position John Cena's in, like you have to evolve, and John Cena stood by who he was, and he did take it, but he still moved the needle more than anybody ever, and with great, great, like being the face of something comes with a lot of haters too. I mean, and not everyone can deal with the haters. I probably couldn't. I'd lash out.
right?
you know, I
So
think that's maybe what he was meaning by that. Like,
that's what I'm saying is like, do you think that's
yeah,
you answered the
I
question?
agree. Yeah,
So Cena was gonna say something, but he started off wrong. He said, "Kid," like I think he was gonna say, "Kid, listen," and Cody said, "Enough." It's certainly not kid. It's WWE champion.
enough. E-
Yeah,
Enough. He
enough.
said it really tough though.
Yeah, he was like
Enough.
enough. Like
He said it
he was
tough.
like no, you had 20 minutes. My time. Like,
But he told The Rock to f off. But he's just gonna say
but that
enough.
to be fair though, that was on a pay per view, not a Raw episode. So like what we were saying earlier, they
Oh
pick and choose when they use it.
yeah.
Um. So he then asked Cena who the hell he is. Cody wondered where this certain guy in the ring. He's like not even calling him Cena. He's just saying this guy on this shirt. Cody talked about wanting to head with Cena every week, but instead he got this Cena. Cody said that if this Cena comes to WrestleMania, then Cody will run it over and he will retire it early. Uh, Cody told Cena to go find John Cena because he wants to wrestle him at WrestleMania, not this whiny bitch. Cody left the ring at this point. As Cody made his way to the entrance arena, Cody held up the title and walked to the back. Cena dropped his mic, ring, and just left. That's when the fans started singing "Na Na Na Na" at Cena, who stared at him before Cena took his way to the. So 32 minutes this segment was crazy. But anyway, what did you think about the second half when Cody showed up?
Uh, the entrance was epic. The crowd there. If you didn't watch this live, I didn't watch it live actually. I watched it tape delayed because I didn't know it was on so damn early. But that crowd was hot for Cody, and I was pumped. I was legitimately popping. I was like, "Here we go." Cody comes in that ring. Cena selling it great over in the corner, especially when the wolves came. I like that. And so we get into the ring, and I'm ready. I'm ready to just see the Cody that I know can show up on the mic. Boy, was I let down. Boy, the I was let down. I mean, like I thought it was terrible performance. Very staged, very choreographed, very robust, robotic to me. Like just go with your gut, go with the flow. Like I don't know who's this. It just didn't make any sense to me, and it didn't make. I don't think it. You know why John Cena said everything he had to say because they didn't want him to cook Cody Rhodes. He was gonna cook Cody Rhodes on the mic last night. He was gonna bury him. That was a terrible performance on the mic by Cody Rhodes. Worst ever. He can't go toe to toe with John Cena. They ain't gonna be able to have any good promos because Cena will maul him on the mic. That was terrible. That was I was not a fan of that at all. I was could not wait for him to come out and just take it. Take it. But it got watered down to me. It just he he calls you a kid and it, I don't know. I'd have punched him. I'd have done like you got to be angry now, Cody. You got the whole WWE universe behind you. This is the biggest star in the history of the game here in the last 25 years. Turning heel. You had me. If you'd have come out there with uh, just I'm not that edgy of a guy. Like I don't need the M or MFers, but come out with some fire that don't look so produced.
I think he's playing mind games.
Yeah.
I think that's why he didn't lose his shit. I think he wants to take Cena out, but I think he's pacing it to play mind games with Cena. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like making Cena think he's not taking it as you know.
I mean, last night was the perfect time to come out and just talk about the fans and the kids and how much they have done for him in his career. But he didn't. They did. Yeah, they swerved from that, and it was who's this John Cena? Who's this whiny bitch? I didn't see him whining. Everything he said was truth. So that's just what didn't make sense to me. He wasn't whining. Cena was just saying everything he'd been wanting to say for the last 25 years and getting able to say it.
An argument could be
Y'all,
made that the reason why he's calling him a whiny bitch is like you signed up for. You know what I mean? You know this business. You signed up for it. You
yeah,
wanted to be all that. You had to deal with all that. We all have to deal with that shit. I was
yeah,
Stardust. Like, it's like what he,
yeah.
but maybe that'll come up and again. Maybe the next time they see each other,
What?
he might go, remember when you said in Germany that all this and this, and then he has his rebuttals. Maybe that's what
I
will
just
happen.
wish it made sense why to turn on Like, why turn on the fans now? I don't really understand that. Like, what do the fans do to you that pushed you over the edge? It just sounds like to me you just like what the turn looked like at first when it happened is you sold your soul to the Rock because you have lost, you haven't won a title or a match in how many years.
Hmm.
So it's kind of it's weird that it's the fans' fault. I just don't, maybe I'm just being
It's
nitpicky, but
it's the same thing that Hogan did in WCW. It's pretty much the same excuse. I did all this for so many years, and what did y'all do for me? Oh, you moved on to
yeah,
the next new shiny toy. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like they feel that ego is like it's almost like his
So
ego
what
is.
was the purpose of you showing up at WrestleMania and putting me over Roman, helping me out?
Well, and
Besides the fact that we couldn't get Stone Cold in. Oh, I guess the Undertaker was Stone Cold's
Undertaker
part.
took Stone Cold. I think
Like,
it's gonna happen this year, but you know.
oh yeah, he'll be there. He
um,
already said it's only like 2 hours from his house.
yeah, like 900 miles or something like that. He said,
Yeah,
like I can get
yeah.
that. I can do that. Never know. Um, but yeah, I think he's playing mind games, and I think we'll get more physical and more aggressive. We still have 5 weeks. You know what I mean? For WrestleMania, so still weeks.
What? What? Why? What? I didn't hear you rebuttal me. Why they kept John Cena off the mic? Because your boy would have got buried.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
afraid.
Out of the
I'm a.
two, who does a better promo? For sure, Cena. Cena's a better
Yeah,
talker.
but
I get that, but I think Cena got this mentality that he don't owe the fans anything. So maybe he didn't think he owed the fans to rebuttal. You know?
well, that's how we're supposed to take it. That's what W. But I think that is protection of Cody Rhodes right there. That's Triple H. That was the game plan. I guarantee. The game plan was to to make you feel like what you just felt.
He can't.
Because
He can't do that if he is on the mic. Then
I don't like his chances again. Like with what he brought to the table last night. I mean, enough.
I mean, and also Cena's been here for 25 years. He knows how to play the game. You know what I mean? So like maybe he's like, I'm gonna save it for another.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we'll
I
see
mean,
when it
we'll see
goes.
when he.
Like I said, we still got
We
five
got
weeks
five
before
weeks,
Mania,
but
so
we'll see how many.
that's
It's interesting that they chose overseas for him to, his first appearance. But I don't think he would have got that reaction anywhere in the states. That crowd was hot.
that could be why, and that could also be he maybe he wants to do one last overseas tour. You know, that could be why too. He's
I
gonna be in the
really
states for
like.
most of the year, so
I really liked the crowd behind Cody Rhodes when he came out. They were singing his name. Did
yeah,
you pick that up?
yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Um,
Like,
so yeah, let's we obviously 5 more weeks, a lot more things gonna happen. See what happens, you know. Um,
Cody's getting cooked.
oh, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a point in time where Cody's gonna. I agree with
All
you.
the Cody crowd. I can't wait.
What
Rock's
if Cena
taking.
does take the Cody Crybaby line? That'd be funny.
Oh my god. Oh, dude.
Crazy. But anyway,
We need.
huh?
See, I think you could bring Stone Cold in sooner than WrestleMania.
Special guest referee.
Just that, but just to help Cody Rhodes out on the mic, like because Rock's got to get involved somewhere. He's supposed to be
That would
making.
be kind of cool to see. Yeah, like Cena getting
Yeah,
on him, and then Rock's like, "Listen here, Cody Crybaby," and starts spilling his
yeah,
bullshit, and then just have like
yeah.
Austin.
Then
Cause, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, the wife's already saying she's not gonna be anywhere near me to that glass shattered. Yeah, boy.
da dan da dan da dan da da dan da dan da dan. What?
What? One beer?
What?
2 beers? 3 beers?
Hey, man.
4 beers? Anyway,
Hi, Bears.
stunner here, stunner there. Um, so yeah, so that all happened. Finally, after about half hour of talking, we finally get our first match: Penta versus Ludwig Kaiser in a no disqualification match. Anything goes. Uh, Penta starts it off, pretty good. He uh Penta gets some chops on Kaiser, which makes him bail out to the floor. Um, Kaiser sends Penta over the barricade at one point. Penta rods across the barricade, leading to a Hurricanrana that sends Kaiser into a ring post. That was a pretty cool spot. Um, Kaiser tried to get some chairs into the match, but Penta kicked him, and Penta hit the somersault dive over the top rope, over the top to the floor. Um, Kaiser gets the comeback with the guy while gauging out his Penta's eyes. Um, Kaiser gave Penta a Death Valley driver out onto the table. Uh, Penta came back with some punches and a hard chop to the chest. Kaiser moved, uh, and Penta hit the ring post when he went for a chop at one point. Uh, Kaiser targeted the hand. Obviously, he hit some punches. Um, Kaiser sent Penta to the top rope. He tried pulling the mask off. Penta knocked him down for it. Classic heel move with any luchador. Penta hit a
Yeah.
crossbody, uh, followed by a sling blade, the reverse sling blade he does. Hits a backstabber and gets a 2. Kaiser hit a jumping kick in the head, followed by a Death Valley driver for a 2. Uh, Kaiser then sends Penta into the steel steps. Kaiser uh, runs around the ring going for a drop kick, but Penta hit a back body drop onto the commentary instead, um, which didn't break the table. I'm just gonna call it now. We're never gonna see an announced table break again. I think this new table is unbreakable. Like, there's been too many things I was like, this didn't break nothing. If it was the old table, it would have been destroyed. I think they're doing away with that. Um, Penta charged Kaiser, but Kaiser caught him and hit a spinning slam. Uh, Kaiser grabs a chair, but Penta stops the chair attack. Penta got an armbar takedown. Penta pulled back on the right arm with that arm breaker that he does. Penta had a chair. Kaiser said, "You win, you win." He was acting like he was going to give up. Got back up and gouged the eye again. Penta then hits a super kick. Hit Kaiser with the chair. Hits another super kick. Uh, he gave basically Kaiser got the chair. Penta super kicked it into his face. Then he hit the top rope, hit a Mexican destroyer off top rope onto the chair. Then hit the Penta driver for the pinfall. So your winner, Penta. After the match, Kathy Kelly comes out and he just straight up says, "I want the Intercontinental title." Your thoughts?
I think that's a perfect spot for Penta right now. I can get behind that. I know there just haven't been no direction for him since he's come in, really, but I think he could have a good run with Braun Breaker. That could be a good story there. Um, yeah, I the match was a typical match for me for those two. Um, I hate to see Ludwig have to be, someone's got to be. He's a
The
great.
fall guy.
Yeah, I want to see him main event someday. I think he's got that in him. I really do. What the crowd got behind him when they were overseas not too long ago. I can't remember the match, but I was really impressed by his in-ring ability. And yeah, so yeah, he's putting over Penta right now, and that's a good win for Penta, and makes it believable and shows that he probably's got what it takes to have a good couple matches with Braun Breaker here. You
Agree.
know,
The Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile match was next, but before that, we see Kai was shown walking backstage. We also see Karrion Kross talking to Dominic Mysterio. More on that later. Ivy Nile was then shown with her American-made teammates. And the LWO, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, shows up wanting to know where Chad Gable was. Ivy now Julius Creed denied that it was Gable in the Lucha match last week. Ray and Lee said they want to settle it, so they get Pierce involved, and now we're gonna get a match of Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus the Creed brothers again later on tonight. We then cut to Judgment Day backstage. Finn Balor was in a great mood. Wish good luck to Liv and Raquel Rodriguez. Dom walks in and then he says that, hey, I've been talking to some people about joining Judgment Day. Liv tries to say not right now, but he does it anyway, which gets Balor unhappy. And
I love it.
he especially unhappy. You can tell he's already unhappy, but like when he asks who, Dom literally looks him dead in the face and says Penta, who just said that they want the title that he's going to go for later on tonight. Like that throws him over the edge. He's like, you want to bring the guy who wants to come after my future Intercontinental title, and says he thinks Dom is going behind his back and calls him a snake. Leaves. So I don't think Judgment Day has that much longer, in my opinion.
I love that aspect. I will miss the Judgment Day. That started out to be a stable I thought was dumb as hell. It turned out to be great. So
Yeah,
Dominic is got over, man.
yeah.
And then what Carlito brings to it. And then with
Carlito literally said, "You don't watch the show, do you?"
yeah.
I laughed my
Oh my
ass
god.
off when he's like, "I didn't know he said that." You don't watch the show, do you?
Yeah. That like it's awesome, right? They got to keep. Yeah,
He's got to
Finn
be state
Balor.
of comedy relief in that group because it's so fucking funny.
Mm,
He's so good. He's like the R-Truth for them right now. Like
Finn's probably gonna go off on his own thing. I would think
I think
soon.
so too.
I think they're gonna keep the majority of them together. I mean, him and JD when JD comes back.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's the one that brought JD in, so you know.
Yeah.
So Dakota Kai and Ivy now are now in the ring. Chad Gable shows up late in dress clothes, to support Niall, obviously. Niall sends Kai into the turnbuckle and then hits a German suplex. Kai counters Niall at one point with an inside cradle for a 2 count. They were on the apron. Dakota Kai kicked Ivy now off the apron to the floor. Gable got on the apron, so Kai stopped running the ropes. He was going to go for a dive, and Niall got in and caught Kai with a spinning sidewalk slam. Mysterio and Dragon Lee then come out and go after the Creed brothers at ringside. Gable jumped over the barricade, so Ray and Lee chased after Gable to the back. Niall was distracted by that, so Kai hit the running head kick to the head in the corner. I hate her finisher, or her signature and her finisher. I don't like, because she then hits the GTK for the pinfall and win. I don't like Dakota Kai. I just don't. I want to, but I
No,
don't. Just
why
don't.
not?
I just don't, man. I don't like her. That boot, I don't like. It always looks like shit. Probably because of how she runs. It barely looks
Yeah,
like she's moving, and I just don't like that GTK. Like I didn't even know what it was called at first, but it's go to
yeah,
kick. Supposed to be a play to go to sleep. Was go to
yeah.
kick, I guess, or go to Kai, I guess. I don't know. I just don't like none of her finishers. Like none of her, and I just think Triple H needs to just. I'm not saying drop her like a
that's
bad habit, but he needs to stop pushing her. Every time she gets pushed,
that's
she gets injured. Every time.
that's Triple H's girl.
Yeah, but she can never hold a belt if she can't stay healthy more than a month. She's been
Yeah,
back 2 weeks. We got another 2 weeks, and then she'll be out for another 6. It seems like it always happens.
yeah.
And it's
She
always
got
the same injuries because she never changes her moveset. And I'm sorry, but you got to change your moveset, especially if you keep injuring yourself in the same spot. And part of that is those two moves at the end of her matches. That stupid running kick that she probably overextends all the time, and that GTK. It's just I just like it. I don't like it. I don't find it I don't find it believable as a finisher. You know, there's certain finishers out there that I don't find believable, and I'm sure there's other people that like the people's elbow. Most electrifying move of all of entertainment. I understand that, but as a finisher, no. It's just a dropping elbow with some flair. Yeah, you can give me that look all you want, but you know I'm right.
that's blasphemy.
It's not blasphemy. Fuck the
Yes, it
final
is.
boss. Your moves are shit.
Wow.
I will say. Oh,
That you just
hell
said that
yeah.
on you just said that on the internet.
I did. You
Wow.
damn right. You damn Skippy. And
Wow.
I say that as a Rock fan. I grew up watching The Rock. I like The Rock, but the people's elbow is a glorified elbow drop, and that's all it is. Should not be a finisher.
You know what? That move will live on rent free in my head forever after seeing Snoop Dogg drop the people's elbow at WrestleMania, baby.
That proves my
That
point. It
is
was
awesome.
you call it a people's elbow, but he did just a normal elbow.
Snoop Dogg elbow, boy.
The Snoop Dogg elbow.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, there are certain people's finishers that I don't find believable. That's two of them.
You know what I think about that?
What do you think about
It
that? It doesn't
doesn't matter.
matter what you think about it. Me and you had the same joke.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my opinion, man. But what do you think of that match and everything that happened?
To be honest, I went and took a pee. Uh, yeah, I don't really like those two. To be honest, I don't remember it. Nothing really stuck out to me.
It was a very bland
Just
match.
just a filler match. I'm still fuming over Cody at this point in time, thinking he's the biggest fraud I've ever seen in the WWE.
It might have been just because of the placement. I don't know, but this is where I think things started going downhill
Yeah,
for me. Yeah, like I said, I started getting bored. The Penta match was really fun to watch. The Extreme Rules match is always, and then you go on with that. I mean, the match was only 4 minutes, literally. It got
yeah.
okay here in a second with what happens next, but after that, it just kind of went downhill for me. I just got bored.
Do you think the crowd was still into it?
I think the crowd wasn't really into too much until LWO came out, and I think that popped them back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, um, but we go from this match. I mean, if you got anything else you want to add to that?
No.
Okay, so we go to the next segment. Um, the women's. Oh, my camera. My fault. We so the women's world heavyweight champion Io Sky makes her way into it because we are doing a contract signing, and as soon as I heard there was a contract signing, I said this is how she's gonna do it. I knew what happened was gonna happen. There was no one that could tell me any different. Bianca Belair comes out as well. Adam Pearce says, was in the ring, obviously, like they usually are, had the table and chairs and everything. Said, hey, you're the challenger. You're the champion. Make it official. Sign this contract. They sign it. They say a couple things. Io Sky is like, "Hey, I'm going in world champion. I'm coming out world champion." Emote, and Bianca is like, you think I'm gonna let what you did last week slide? I understand emotions are going, but be rest assured, if you do it again, I'm gonna lay you out, kind of deal. He signs it. As soon as she signs it, well, she signs it after she brought up Rhea Ripley and talked about
This
how
is
she
my
did all that.
brutality.
So after she signs it, yes, Rhea Ripley comes out. So she's not gonna sit back and do nothing about Sky slapping her, unlike Bianca. Ripley got in the ring wondering how Belair could be out here as if nothing happened. Uh, Ripley says that she has no business even being out here. Uh, but there was Belair being out here during her championship match. Belair was watching Sky, so she's out here watching them too. Watching them too. Um, Uh, Sky tries to get involved again. Belair pushes her away again. Ripley hit butts Belair. Then she hit butts Sky. Then power bombs her onto the table that didn't break. That I think it was supposed to, but it didn't. Grabs the contract from Pierce, puts her own name in it, and then walks out. As Pierce is
But
chasing her.
what that reminds you of?
I mean, there's a couple
Triple
of
H,
moments. I was gonna say
Shawn
you got.
Michaels.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I seen floating around the internet this morning. I was like, yeah, I remember that. You can tell
so
who's running the show nowadays.
yeah, and like I know some people are already like I've seen some people already complaining. How's her putting her name on there? Do it and like it happens all the time. What you mean?
It's sports entertainment.
Yeah,
We do
that's
what we want.
yep.
You Cody crybaby.
So we come back from commercial, and her and Pierce are still arguing about whether or not she's in it. She's like, "I signed it. You put me in it." Da da da. Sky, Bianca show up. They all start scrapping at each other and fighting each other and everything. So yeah, we're getting a triple threat. There's no doubt about it whatsoever.
Yes, sir.
I'm down for that though. Sky, Bianca, and Rhea, probably the top 3 women in the roster right now.
That's gonna bring the house down.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I was, I mean, not to beat on a dead horse, but I was pumped last night for Cena and Cody after Cena's promo. I wasn't like crazy about it yet, but that got me. That got the juices going like for WrestleMania season. This is another one that's got my juices flowing now.
I feel that.
I'm like, yeah, now we're on the road. But Cody let me down, man. I'm not kidding you. I don't know if anybody that watches this agrees with me, but
Cody
I
needs to take a
just
page from Rhea's book.
thank you. You know, it just like what I don't know, man. I'm not used to. I don't know. Cody's just, but Cody's got it. Cody has it. He does have it. He just sometimes he just looks like last night. I was like, this is why Vince never believed in you. That's what I got. This is you came up short tonight. I mean, but maybe it was doomed to be like that because of just Cena got in that ring and for 5 minutes it felt like, but the crowd, Cena sucks. Let's go Cena, so loud and so deafening. He don't have to say a word. He could have walked right out again and probably still owned Cody Rhodes last night, I guess. So you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like
I get what you're saying.
maybe I'm just being like just Cody just was up against
And maybe
God
he knew
last.
that. Maybe that's why he kept it short and sweet. He knew that.
Yeah,
That's all.
I mean Cena was over with that crowd, even as a heel. Like the reaction he got was the biggest reaction we've seen in years.
It went
I
on for a
mean,
while.
mhm.
Um,
But
it
but to tie that into these girls though, man, triple threat matches with these three. Whew.
yeah, that's gonna be a great match. That might be even a match of the night. I know what night
Yeah,
it is and whatever happens. But following this, we go to LWO, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus the Creed brothers. Which, by the way, I just want to bring this up because a couple weeks ago, if you remember, when the other 2 members of LWO had a tag match, I couldn't remember their names. I knew one of them was like Phoenix or something like that, but
yeah,
like I couldn't remember their names. And what did I say then? I said it was because in tag matches it's always Ray and Dragon Lee. How are we supposed to
yeah.
know these people if they're never put in? Now Ray and Lee are back once again. They're on the side burner. I'm just saying. I love Rey Mysterio. Don't get me wrong. Dragon Lee's okay, but I'm just saying if you want us to remember those people, got to put them up front and center too. You know.
Yeah.
And this is probably partly why this is when it started really going downhill for me. Is we already had this match. We just had this match. You know,
Yeah,
I don't want to
they're
see
have
it again.
they gotta have Ray on the card somehow, and we're just so over it. I guess I bet we love Ray, but
I love Ray. Don't get me wrong. You can use him anywhere else, but I'm just saying, like you could easily like. Here's what I would have did. Three brothers giving him shit. They already went against him. The other two members like, listen, you're not gonna respect the legends, then we're gonna have to show you to respect the legends, you know. And then the
yeah,
two other members going against the Creed brothers again, you know. So it'd be
yeah,
different at least, you know. But
I hear
anyway,
you.
we get Ray and Dragon Lee again. Again, not complaining about Ray, but just I'm just saying
Just
Ray's
saying.
getting up there, man. Like he don't look like he is, but he is. You know, I want to start pushing some of these other kids. Um, Julius hits a running knee pretty much at the start of the match. Um, Lee hits a Hurricanrana in rebuttal. Uh, Match goes for quite a while. Uh, Dragon Lee breaks free and brings in Rey Mysterio after he's been beaten down quite a bit. He spins Ray spins Julius with a spinning Hurricanrana. Ray works all over Julius with punches. Brutus catches Ray. Then he tossed Ray, who landed on Julius, and then Ray hit a DDT. Lee hit an impressive Hurricanrana on Brutus off the apron to the floor. Uh, Ray went up top. Julius then jumped up there, but Ray knocks him down. Ray hits a Hurricanrana, setting him up for the 619. He hits it along with a dime splash and gets the pin. Yeah.
You gotta have Ray on there. I mean, he's in
I
Brussels
understand that, but you could have
first
put him in
time.
anything else.
First time. Yeah, with all that people now get to say they got to see old man Ray, out there doing the 619, baby. I mean, Ray sells tickets, dog.
I get Ray sells tickets, but fuck, man, he ain't gonna be there forever to sell them tickets. I thought the
That's
whole
why they
point.
try.
Listen, if I remember correctly, the whole point of him reforming the LWO was to help new Hispanic wrestlers get some light shined on them.
Yeah, but no one wants to see that.
No one wants to
They
see that
want
because
to
they can't.
see Brady. Come here a minute.
Oh god,
Go get me the mask. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the controversial one this week. I feel like.
Man, you can't be hating on it. I think it's in your room, ain't it? Yeah. Um, can't be hating on Ray. I get it, but he can still go. I
Well,
mean,
I know he can still go. I'm not saying he can't be on the card. By all means, put him on the card. I'm just saying have him do some single stuff while you have the new guys.
okay.
I'm not saying he can't be on the card. I said I love Ray. Don't get me wrong. Ray Mysterio is one of the goats, you know. And if we didn't, if it
He's
wasn't
the
for Ray Mysterio in like WCW days, we wouldn't have some of these young kids doing all these flippy doodads right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude's
you're
losing his
fired.
mind.
You're fired up. You
What?
can't find it. I'm
I
trying to
feel
find my.
I feel like I had to defend myself here because it's like I'm like what I don't hate on Ray. I love Ray. I would love to see. I've seen him live. It was awesome to see him live multiple times. I enjoyed it. He is my little brother's favorite wrestler to this day. He asked me, "Is Ray still wrestling?" Yes, he is. That's fucking awesome. That's what he would say. Now, with that being said, though, he can do. He's done it all. He's at the point in his career where he can just be that guy that puts people over on these great matches even if he wins or loses. So you can have him in that period and have him still be the leader of this group where the new young tag team kids can go after tag team gold under his guidance. And then you can have Dragon Lee go for a mid card title.
Oh yeah, a mid card title, huh?
Mid card, yes, that's all he can go. He ain't getting no WWE title. Get this guy.
Buraka, Buraka.
619.
You get off Ray's nuts.
Listen,
You know what?
Ray ain't even tall
You
enough to
get,
even see my nuts. All right. We love Ray Mysterio. We
yeah,
love Ray Mysterio. Let that be very clear.
619. Get off him. Oh, that's funny.
I used to have his pendant. This was back in 2003. Remember his pendant that had 619 on it?
Yeah.
I used to have that. I had that when I was a kid. Love that
I
thing.
got this for Brady for Christmas.
Hell
This
yeah.
little Ray Ray man. It's a real one from the
Hell yeah.
WWE shop.
What's up,
Pretty
man?
cool.
Um,
Uh
but anyway,
it was a bad spot. It was a bad spot in the card. It just but for me it was just a filler. Like we got our main chorus at the beginning of the show, the first half an hour,
yeah. I mean,
you
they knew
know.
people. That's what people wanted to see. So I'm surprised they didn't wait till the end to do that.
Yeah.
They did it, and maybe that's part of the reason why this show felt dull. You know, you did all the big shit. I don't have anything. I'm not. I don't. I didn't have anything where I'm like, amped up. Like, ooh, I can't wait. Oh damn, this match is next. All right, well after this, it'd probably be it already got done. So there wasn't nothing for me to be excited about. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um. Uh. Oh shit. You know what? I'm a goofball. I skipped the whole match. Whoops.
I wondered
I skipped the whole match by
what match
accident.
did
I
you miss
skipped
the
the
J
Austin Theory versus Jey Uso.
J Oh, that's
I
what
complete
was
that
the
is
main
my
event? Was
huh,
that the main event?
no, the main event was the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh yeah, I forgot. But
Um
I thought I couldn't. That's what I wanted you to talk about. I couldn't believe that didn't make you. I don't know. You have some comments about that.
he's just waiting. He just wants me to be the controversial one this week. Anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and get right on go jump back to that. That's my fault. Um Uso's walking backstage doing a promo. Gunther interrupts him though, confronts him. I can't believe I forgot this because Pierce once again is there helping keeping them split, and I'm like, dude, that dude's got his hands full right now. Um,
Yeah.
Uh, Uso gets in there. Theory shows up. A distraction by Waller. So Theory knocked Jay down. He got some punches in. He goes to Irish whip Jay into the ropes. Jay comes back, hits him with a spear, and gets a 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Jay Uso.
How do you get a score? How you go from last week? He fights a good match with his partner, and then you go to a squash match against Austin Theory, the guy that beat John Cena at WrestleMania. By the way, just
Because he was
saying.
gargling Vince McMahon's nuts.
Just saying.
I'm just
Uh,
saying. This is a
just
raunchy
saying.
episode.
Squash match. I actually,
It
I
made
kind of
Jay
digged
look
it.
strong.
I kind of digged it, but I just wasn't expecting it.
It's getting a lot of hate, but I think they did the right thing. It made Jay look strong. He was pissed off. Gunther got in his face. He got pissed. He took it out on instant spear on Theory and pinned him.
Yeah.
Told him that he won't be fucked
I
with the
mean,
rest of it.
is that Jay's finisher? Is a freaking spear?
Spear or splash if it's needed.
Yeah,
Pretty much everybody does a spear anymore these days.
I know.
Um, But yeah, usually it's his signature. I think it usually is just to set up. Like usually he'll get a spear and get like a close pinfall, and then he'll spear again, and then do the splash.
Yeah,
But I think it made him strong. I don't like Austin Theory. Never liked him. Don't
I love
care.
Austin
I
Theory.
don't.
Austin Theory is a good dude.
I mean, I'm sure as a person, I've never met him in person. He's probably. I'm talking about the character. As the
Yeah,
character, I just don't like his character. I never have.
but that's the thing. They've
That's the whole
got
point. Yes.
yeah,
I
make
still.
him a heel. He was a good heel.
Yeah.
The spot he had with he got wasn't he was in the ring with Stone Cold at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
wasn't
He
he?
got stunned out of his boots too.
That's why you don't like him. He was living our dream, that son of a bitch.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
uh,
we're not talking about that right now.
I know. I met him in Grand Rapids. He took a picture with my son, and I'll be forever grateful for that kid. I think he's got a lot of talent. I get why he's just being misused, man. He's so the cockiness, like him and Waller could be great. You know, Waller I think really is a dick though in
He
real
could
life.
be. He could be.
I really think he is,
Never
but
know.
no, he or he really lives his character. Like he does not, he doesn't greet fans. He gets mad at fans in public and shit.
Yeah, but like, so does MJF, and he's one of the biggest popular
Yeah,
wrestlers around right now. That's not
yeah.
WWE, you know. And people know if they
You-
go up to MJF, they're gonna get told to piss off or something. You know what I mean?
so I mean, you are living your character. I mean,
Keep
Undertaker did it.
kayfabe alive. Yeah, Undertaker did it for years.
Yeah,
He didn't have a social media for years. Now
the
look at
dead
him. He
man.
retired. He's like, fuck it. I got social media. I got a podcast. I got I got a stand up show. What?
Yep. What?
So you know
What?
what? What?
So
Um,
yeah, I get your hate. I get it. He is annoying because
he also has a finisher I don't believe too much in, but that little spinning to a, a, a knee smash. I don't know. I don't know,
he
man.
just need he just needs the right story.
So I have a theory because pun intended. Uh, I think the reason why he got squashed is this is also going to help with leading to the actual breakup of Low Town Downtown Under because
Yeah.
they've been teasing that for a while, and I think this is going to push it. You know,
Yeah.
I can just see Waller go, "Well, I at least lasted 15 minutes." That's a horrible Australian accent, and I apologize.
I
But
really thought you were him. I
you
mean,
liar.
if it wasn't for the video, I was like, oh shit, who am I talking to right
And I mean, I will give Austin Theory this. I'll give him a little bit of credit for you. Okay,
now?
go A
Okay.
Town down, right? There is a map in Call of
Yeah.
Duty, and if anybody's seen my streams, twitch.tv/RTW316, shameless plug. But if you ever see my streams, we play Call of Duty Black Ops 6, there's a map called Low Town. And every time somebody, because no one else likes it for some reason, I love that map. Okay, every time Low Town shows up, I go Low Town down, yeah, Low Town down.
Oh,
So
town,
there's a little
town,
reference that he still has something that I bring a reference to. So give him
a
that
town
much.
down.
So, but after the match, after Theory got dominated, let's be real, he got Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Anyway, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller were in the ring doing a promo during the break. Waller complained about Jay running away from them. Uh, oh, I okay. After the match, Jay super kicked Waller out of the ring. Jay hit a dive over the top, but Jay hit the ropes and had a rough landing on the floor. Yeah, he botched that jump. I think he even knew
Yeah,
it. He was even like, "That's on me. That's on me." I was reading lips. That's what he was saying. Something around the line. Um,
I laughed about that.
Jay got up quickly to show that he was okay. Gunther attacked Jay then with a sleeper for the 800 millionth time. Jay managed, however, this time to send Gunther face first into a turnbuckle. He grabbed the heavyweight title off of Gunther's waist, and Jay avoided Gunther charging him. So he went to the floor, and Jay tossed the title at Gunther. He couldn't catch it. He did not play baseball as a kid growing up. And then Jay celebrated, and that was the end of that gimmick.
I think we have. I think we have Gunther go over Jay at WrestleMania,
You think so?
and I think you. This has got a lot of story to tell. I think it would be right up Triple H's playbook because we all want the Yeet movement to keep going. But I just
Mm-hmm.
think Gunther. I just think you make Gunther believable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You make. Mm, I don't know. Maybe you let him have his moment. Maybe you capitalize on the Yeet movement now.
So I think Gunther's making a mistake because he's constantly putting Jay into the sleeper, right?
Yeah,
What does that give Jay time to do? Figure out counters.
yeah.
This week he figured out one. Now he knows what he needs to do. He might figure out another version. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But at the same time, if he figures that out, it could also give Gunther the knowledge. Okay, he knows how to get out of this way, so I have to do it this way. So it's still very up in the air. But I feel like they're going with the whole Gunther keeps trying to prove a point that he can put him to sleep at any point in time, and he's slowly figuring out how to get out of it. So by WrestleMania, he won't get caught in it. That's what I think is happening.
Yeah. I like that theory.
So after the LWO match, though, almost forgot to mention that after the match, the American-made Luchador shows up again. We don't know who he is. It's not Chad Gable, guys. Um, and beats
Cool.
up Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio. He hits the German suplexes on both of them, including a German suplex on Rey that saw him land on Dragon Lee. Fans chanted, "You suck" at him. The Masked Man jumped over off the top rope with a headbutt, and security ran in and chased him out. Corey Graves says he has no idea who this is, which I forgot to mention, and I'll mention it in a minute, or I'll say it in a minute. But yeah, so Graves wasn't sure who it is. He don't think it's Chad Gable. But anyway, what's your thoughts on that after attacking this whole mystery luchador?
First of all, it was good to see Graves back out there. I'm a Corey Graves fan.
I was gonna say
I like,
it just clicked in my head. I'm like, wait, this is the first Raw in a minute we've seen him.
yeah. I mean, I love me some Pat McAfee too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but Corey Graves is an OG. You gotta, you know, respect.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it was just a filler for me. No rhyme or reason to have the match other than to give the crowd, who they paid to see. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That was pretty neat. Um,
yeah.
we get a vignette of what happened at Madison Square last Monday at Madison Square Garden during the cage match, which leads to Seth freaking Rollins make his entrance. Um, uh, the fans sing for
Whoa.
a long time.
Whoa. Soak it in,
um,
bud.
Rollins says he ain't mad at about Roman Reigns coming for revenge because he would have done the same thing. Leave it.
Hey.
Rollins said even after all these years with the wise man in his ear, Reigns can't figure out a plan because he needs his architect to do it for him. He says that Reigns left a detail out referring to the guy that fans were chanting for, and the fans chanted CM Punk. Rollins said that if he had a few more seconds with Punk, he would have given him a stomp through the mat and ended his WrestleMania dreams and put his career on ice. Uh,
Yeah.
Rollins says it's like the good old days with Rollins left to clean up Roman's mess. Uh, says that he will put the OTC in his place along the way.
Yeah.
Rollins also says that his two favorite people, Roman Reigns and CM Punk, are going to be in the same place at the same time on Friday. I'm looking towards Friday. Um, Fans get upset about this. He says he wishes they were there too, so he could just do it that night. But it is. It is. Uh, didn't think they should have all the fun, so he suggested that he might go to Italy, put himself between the two. So that's going to be interesting. Kind of
Can't
surprised
wait.
Punk didn't show up, but
I am not surprised.
so
CM sucks.
that's crazy. That's crazy that you would say that. And
Dude.
not even on the show, you're
Dude, the
still saying
guy
it.
is a cancer. He hated WWE. Oh, let's come back to WWE now.
He didn't hate WWE. He hated the person running it. Now they gone.
No, he hated Triple H though. His real
Yeah, but Triple
reasoning
H
for
is
getting
smart. Triple H will admit when he's wrong to unburn bridges. Vince will not do that.
Yeah, I don't know why the call was made to not have those two, like the year he got mad when he walked out, it was because he got put in a spot against Triple H and he thought he was better than that spot that year. That was when he
Well,
wanted the
because he had the WWE Championship and he was going to main event. He was going to main event that WrestleMania until The Rock decided he wanted to come back one more time, and they're like, "Well, we're going to
Yeah.
give you the title, and then we're going to have you go against Cena." And like
Yeah.
from my understanding, that whole thing was it was supposed to be Cena and Punk one more time at Mania and take the title from Punk.
Yeah.
And because the
That,
chances were that Cena was going to hold on to the title till the next WrestleMania, where The Rock said that he would definitely be able to beat, but that current WrestleMania kind of up in the air. So when The Rock was like, "Oh yeah, no, I actually can," it turns out I'm gonna be free that day, for a while. Then they flipped
yeah.
the script, so CM Punk rightfully got screwed out of his main event shot from The Rock in real life. Like that's why he was pissed. He
And
kept
you
that
want
company
to
above water
know?
throughout 2013, and he got shunned for it. Like he just got.
You, you want to know what Cody Rhodes did when he was about to get shafted by The Rock?
Yeah, but this happened before. This happened behind the set, not literally on it.
Cody Rhodes said, "Fuck The Rock."
Okay, it was different times, man. It was different times, man.
Wasn't that awesome? I mean, I like CM Punk's. I forget some of that, stuff like that. You refresh my memory because it's funny now thinking back when CM Punk was like Dwayne when he was talking about The Rock
Mm-hmm.
last week.
Mm-hmm.
He
You
don't like him
corporate
either.
fraud. There was
You
some malice in
bald.
that. You bald
Remember you
fraud.
bald raw? I was taking offense to those bad jokes last week, but
Shoe
leave us
fits. What?
bald guys alone.
Anyway,
Hey,
so we cut to AJ Styles getting interviewed by Kathy Kelly backstage, talking about Logan Paul. Um, Karrion Cross shows up with Scarlett. Cross says Styles is maybe mad at himself, not Paul. He mentioned that it took AJ Styles 17 years to get to the WWE, but it took like Paul not that long. Um, Styles says it's not going to work. Cross said to Scarlett he thinks it's working. Little puppet master gesture with that. Uh, I get where Karrion Cross is coming from, but obviously he didn't watch TNA wrestling because if he did, he would see all the shit AJ was doing there and why he got pulled in. But anyway, I don't
I'll
know where
never
this is
forget
going.
that Royal Rumble.
I'm kind of sick of Karrion Cross at this point. I
What
just
happened to the Wyatt Six?
my point exactly. Like he was involved with all that. They had the one match, and then the Wyatts got sent to SmackDown, and we haven't seen them since. But like, also, then Karrion Cross's whole group got like completely butchered with because of WWE releases. So like he's just kind of doing the same thing to everybody, just going up and like putting thoughts in their head.
Yeah,
I don't know. And
don't know where that's going.
I'm gonna say this: he actually, I like his finisher, and his finisher gets a lot of crap. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a power slam position, and then it's like into an F5 type deal.
Brady, what's Karrion Cross's finisher called?
The crosshair and the cross jacket.
The cross handler and the cross jack. The cross hammer.
For it again. All right, so we're at the main event. Apologize for that. Braun Breaker was backstage with the Intercontinental title. Penta is there standing as he walks by, and Penta stares at his Intercontinental Championship. So it's definitely known that Penta wants it. Before the Finn Balor starts coming out, and they air a vignette showing that he's the first ever Universal Champion again that he always does. Basically showing that he's the Grand Slam champion. They also they also show a vignette of Triple H's torn quadriceps and stuff, because he's going into the Hall of Fame. Ron Breaker comes in. Ron just runs over Balor with a shoulder tackle at the start of the match. Um, Balor grabs a side headlock to take Braun down. Balor tossed Braun out of the ring to the floor. Braun got back into the ring, however, though, to tackle Balor into the turnbuckle. Then he hit a few shoulder tackles. Braun clothesline Balor, followed by him tossing Balor out of the ring. He ran around the ring. Balor was ready with a forearm shot to the head. There were punches from when we come back. Braun and Finn are punching each other. Balor then flipped around Braun to hit a Russian leg sweep. Balor taunts Braun with a light slaps and kicks. He gets back up with some punches. Braun bounced off the ropes, leading into a flying elbow smash. Braun hit an overhead release suplex. He catches a leaping Balor, and Braun hits a power slam. Judgment Day, Carlito and Dom come out at this point. Balor's even asking why are they here. Balor counters a power move into a reverse DDT. He stomps on Braun a few times. Finn sets Braun up. The ropes leading to Braun running quickly, leading into that big clothesline he does. He jumps off the apron, leading into a clothesline on Balor to the commentary table. One point, Braun runs the ropes, hit Balor, but Balor was ready for it with a sling blade. He hits a running shotgun drop kick into the turnbuckle. He goes up for the coup de grace, but Braun avoids it. Balor hits a reverse suplex for a 2. Braun comes back up with a pop-up power slam for a 2. Charges Balor, but Balor hits a boot to the ribs, and Balor kicks Braun in the head. Balor goes up top. Braun goes after him. Carlito distracted the referee, knocked Braun knocked Braun down, but that was also Carlito distracted the referee. Dom went up to get Braun off, but in doing that, he moved the top rope, so Balor fell and got a nut shot. Finn wasn't happy, obviously. Braun gets up there, hits that Frankensteiner, hits a spear, and then gets the 3 out. You're still your Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker. After that, Dom and Carlito attack Braun with some punches. Penta then shows up running down to the ring, super kicks Dom. Penta then super kicks Carlito. Braun hit a spear on Carlito. Penta picks up the title, stares at Braun, gives him the title, and then does his no fear taunt to end the show. So that's your main event. Braun Breaker is still Intercontinental Champion. What did you think of the match?
I didn't know going into it if they would give him the belt or not. But it was a good match. It hasn't lived up to quite the last 2 championship matches for me. The last 2 on Raw. But yeah, I think it was more about the storytelling of where the Judgment Day is going.
I agree with
I
that.
think they were leading towards a breakup, and yeah, and then break up, and then you're gonna see maybe a triple threat match in the future for the Intercontinental Championship.
It could
So
be.
I like that. Penta, this is where Penta needs to be. I do like him in this spot. It makes me more intrigued about him.
Like I was saying for weeks before, I think all his other matches were just seeing what he can, just get us to know what he can do, and see where he's gonna be at. And I think he's a Carter.
Oh
Sure.
yeah,
I think he's definitely gonna be a mid Carter. I could see him holding the belt for a while too.
until his brother gets over here.
Well, I was at you didn't see the vignette on SmackDown, did you? I think he's going to SmackDown. I think they're gonna have him
Really?
start separate, and then they're gonna put him in a tag later. The reason why I say that is because on SmackDown there's a vignette of a luchador, but the mask looks a lot like his mask. He was walking the ropes like he does, So I
Okay.
think it's Penta. And there was another vignette for another person from AEW coming that used to be in WWE. You know who that is? It was just a black screen with smoke, and then it said 4. I think it's
Aleister
Aleister
Black.
Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Triple H loved him.
Yeah. Yep. I think if he comes to the WWE too, he'll flourish.
Yeah.
I think they need to
Good
stay with
shit.
him. Such good shit.
Mhm.
Or I guess it ain't that now because he ain't running the shit. It's Triple H, so it's like such good shit.
For fuck's sakes.
We love Triple H. We love. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I honestly, I'm gonna give the show a 2. In my opinion, I wasn't planning on doing stars things, but I've been doing it the past couple episodes. I'd say it's 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
It
I
wasn't
have
that
to, I
great of a
mean,
show. It had 3
the
good
John
segments, and that's
Cena,
it.
yeah. Like I said, the Cena thing was the top of the cake for me.
That's why I'm only giving it a 2. I mean, the Cena thing was
I
top of the cake. Like all the good stuff happened in the first hour. Cena, the Penta match was good. Really, the only good match in my opinion. Like and the Rhea stuff wasn't great, but it was okay. So that's why I'm giving it a 2.
I'd have to agree. I got someone at my door.
Hey, well, that's all right. We're about to end this. So you guys let us know in the comment section whether or not I'm crazy for giving it a 2. If whatever I said, let me know if I'm the controversial one this episode. So make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed this kind of thing. Hit that subscribe button, especially when you find yourself keep coming back, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when the next videos come out. But with that being said, everybody have a good one. Peace.
Yeah.